Hello, how are you? In this video, we are going to see what a dependent and independent variable is. So in a function, we usually have two variables. The dependent variable that we put or we represent as letter y, as the letter y, is the variable that changes as a result of the changes of the independent variable. And the x is the independent variable. That is the variable that we can change, modify, or manipulate. So a variable is something that we don't know. Okay. So a variable we don't know. We don't know it. So the variable can take different numbers depending on the context of the problem. So for example, your height in meters, your height can be 1.70 meters, but obviously it cannot take 3 meters. That's not possible. So the variable height can take different numbers. So for your age, your height is usually from, I don't know, from 140 and 180, okay, for example, but it cannot take 3 meters. You are not 3 meters tall. That's impossible. So the variable can take different numbers depending on the context. Well, so how do you identify the dependent variable and independent variable in a function? So let's see an example of this. So suppose that you are doing an exam and you have different questions, right? Questions, right? And when you do the exam, you get a score, okay? You get points that you score on the exam. So if each question is 1 point, if you get 0 questions right, you get 0 points. If you have 1 question right, you get 1 point. If you have 2 questions right, you get 2 points, and so on. So if there are 10 questions, okay, if there are 10 questions, you get 10 points. Okay, so when you are doing the exam, the first thing that you are doing is answer the questions. Okay, you answer the questions. So the questions that you have right, that's the independent variable, because it's the variable that we can modify, we can change. So if we are doing a very good exam, we are going to have many questions right. So it's the variable that we can modify. So that's the independent variable that we represent as the letter X. The, the result of your questions right is the point that you score on the exam. Okay, because this variable changes as a result of the changes of the independent variable. So this variable is going to be the y. We can see more examples. We can see more examples. So for example, um, if we buy candies, these candies are going to be an amount of money. Okay, these candies are going to have a price. So we are going to suppose that one candy is 5 cents. Okay, 5 cents. Okay, so 2 candies are 10 cents, right? Well, what is the independent variable and what is the dependent variable? So in this case, what we are doing first is buy the candies. We have to choose how many candies we are going to buy. So as we have to choose the number of candies is going to be the independent variable. The price is the consequence of the number of candies that we buy. So the price is the y, is the dependent variable. All right. So all these examples are examples of functions, right? So I hope you understand this point. So we see in the next video. Bye bye.